Alright, it's Sunday and these are looking pretty good. All flowed out real nice. So I'm going to get them popped up here, get them trimmed, and put on another layer of epoxy. Alright, there's one. That looks pretty good. There's another one. It's nice, the epoxy rolls around the edge. Okay, so this is the first one of the three, and it's got its third coat. Feels real good. A little bit of flashing of the epoxy here. It rolls under this edge, so that gives it some strength. And then the second coat of epoxy on the paper looks real good. Yeah, it doesn't feel like paper anymore. So I'll sand that, and that'll get primered. It's got to be fairly smooth so the sticky Velcro will adhere to it. That's my thinking. And then you can tell the only way to tell these apart is that this hole is 1 3/4, so that's the inside disc, and this hole is 1 1/2. So that's a little visual cue. Alright, so I'm going to get these trimmed up and then put on a quick scuff and then another coat of epoxy. And then I'm going to trim this one up and dry fit it. Okay, so now I'm going to trim these things up real quick. Okay, a little sanding, another coat. This one, I'm going to start working it with, probably 220 or something, because there's hardly any imperfections other than some nibs. So that'll be next. I'll shape this edge later. Okay. I dry fit the inside disc, and the clearance is perfect, just right, about 1/8 of an inch. Doesn't hit on anything as long as it doesn't move. It's gonna be a winner. That's only got one coat on it, so I got a ways to go. This one out here, I just taped it on, but it's got 3 coats on it, so it's doing pretty good. So anyway, not bad. Okay, I've been sanding on the first disc. This is the one that had 3 coats. And I started with 180 grit, and wasn't aggressive enough. So I'm sanding with 100 grit. And what I'm trying to do So if you see in the light, see those shiny spots? Those are the low spots. And over here to the left, I've sanded it. Those are all gone. So that'll take primer real nice. So I'm trying to get past those low, down to those low spots without getting into the weave. So I haven't gone too far. So anyway, that's then I'm going to shoot some primer on it. If I can get it to look good like that over the whole disc, then I'll shoot some primer and see what it says. Alright, I finished sanding it with the DA at 100 grit. Then I scuffed over that with 180, and it looks nice and smooth. So then I worked on the edge with the DA lightly, and then I finished it with some 220. So that looks pretty good. And then I have you know, the handle from a foam brush, wrapped some, you know, sandpaper around it, and then I used it to clean up the hole here. Just kind of eyeballed it. So then I'm going to use some Rust-Oleum automotive primer. You know, nothing fancy here, so got it over at Ace. And so I'm going to shoot it here in a little bit and see how it looks. Okay, let's shoot a little bit of primer. It's nighttime, so I'm inside. I got the door open. If it was daytime, I'd be out there. But let's just get some primer on here. Just a little light coat to start with, and then I'll lay on a little heavier one. Not worrying about covering it here, just kind of misting it on. Light coats. Okay. That's enough for that one for now. Okay, before I put on the first mist coat, I wiped all the dust off and I tacked it, and it felt real nice. As good as I can get it anyway. So now I'm going to put on a heavier coat. This is really a guide coat. I can block it, I imagine. Want to see what the surface looks like. See, I can see in the light here, and I can get it, make sure it's nice and wet. Couple of dry spots right there. Most of this will get sanded off, I suspect. All right. Right there. Ooh, yeah. Okay. All right. Real happy with that. We'll just let it dry out. Geez, you know, I can't see the seam. Alright. There's one imperfection there. I'll have to spot putty that or something. Couldn't sand it out, but that's pretty nice. I'm happy with that. Here's the disc after the primer coat. I haven't sanded it yet, but I'm telling you, this is one decent paintable surface. There are just a couple little spots that'll be easy to prep, but it's just Real nice. I couldn't be happier. So, I think I'll put it on the wheel here and see how that looks. Alright, looks pretty good. Primed up, ready to be sanded. There's a couple spots that need a little more primer, but I'm real happy with it, so it won't take long to prep that out for painting. So now I just gotta get the rest of them done. So I added other coats here, so this is second coat, so they're coming along. But anyway, I can't wait to get them done. It's gonna look good.